Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Suporn Pongnumkul. Today I'll be presenting the work that I did with my co-authors from Chulalongkorn University on a preliminary analysis of learners' behaviors on Chula MOOC, a platform for lifelong learning in Thailand. The outline for today I'll give you some background about Chulalongkorn University and Chula MOOC, and then I'll talk about the data analysis, the results, and conclusion. Chulalongkorn University is the first university in Thailand, founded in 1917, which was more than 100 years ago. Chulalongkorn University is a dream university for a lot of students who want to enter a university, me included, because it was the university offers a wide range of really high quality education, ranging from a medical school to engineering school to art and science or political science programs. All of them are very high quality that are taught by almost 8,000 faculty members. So currently they're hosting almost 40,000 current students. For have a long history and being a prestigious program, Chula has a vision that the learning of the future cannot be just at the university. So for the 100-year celebration in 2017, they launched a project called Chula MOOC, which is a lifelong learning platform, an online course platform that is under the vision anyone can learn. So instead of having to come to the university, anyone and a lot of people compete to come to learn from Chulalongkorn University professors. Now students can learn at their own home from this platform. This is the current version of Chula MOOC, and Chula MOOC was taught, as I mentioned, by the Chulalongkorn University professor. And the videos for Chula MOOC is made in high quality, administered by the Learning and Innovation Center of Chulalongkorn University. The courses that are offered on Chula MOOC has also a high range, similar to what Chula offered in management, IT, language, or art and self-development, or even health. Starting in September 2017, there are a variety of courses that are offered, from marketing to finance to Arabic to critical thinking, English, and so on. A lot of courses has been offered. So let me take you to Chula MOOC. This information was presented at IEC by one of the main contributor of Chula MOOC, Ajahn Adiwong Suchato, which is Chulalongkorn University professor. As you can see, Chula MOOC is a platform that offers videos of a professor teaching the course, and the learners can learn at their own pace, and there are pre-test, post-test, and showing all the current progress and the scores. So this allows students to learn at home from high quality education. And when they accomplish or they complete the course, they also get a certificate from Chulalongkorn University. Apart from the contents that are offered, Chula MOOC also has a community which are in the form of Facebook group, allowing students to post their problems, and fellow students or TAs or instructors can respond, or students can communicate in the way that they want. For example, in this particular case, the student say appreciation for the instructor. And not only that, students can use Chula MOOC, which is based on my course view on the website, they can also use it on their mobile phone, which makes it very convenient. At the time that this was presented, 30 courses was offered, 26,000 unique learners enrolled, and totaling 57,000 enrollments. The profiles that was found was the profile about the learners. The majority of the learners has bachelor degree. The majority of the learners are in the age, the college students to early working career.
We were doing very quickly.
And the interesting fact about Chula MOOC was that a lot of people enrolled multiple times, or we can call
can we stop the video, please?
Can you stop share the video and let Dr. Pongnumkul to try to replace try to start from the position we end here.
I'm sorry, everyone. The video is and the audio is out of sync for some reason, so I'll start from the position that we played.
Thank you very much.
Okay, can we see the video now?
And not only that, students can use Chula MOOC, which
much better. Thank you very much.
The majority of the learners has bachelor degree. The majority of the learners are in the age, the college students to early working career. And the interesting fact about Chula MOOC was that a lot of people enrolled multiple times, or we can call them fan clubs of Chula MOOC. The maximum number of courses that are enrolled by unique users, 24 courses enrolled by 3 learners. And 40% of the learners took multiple courses, 484 learners took more than 10 courses. So we can see that we have repeated learners and fan clubs here, which I found very interesting. We'll talk about this in the data analysis. A success factor of Chula, a success point of Chula MOOC was that the success rate of people who enrolled in Chula MOOC was 26%, which is high for courses that are offered as a MOOC online. Mm-hmm. We don't know what contribute to that success, but I'd like to make note of one thing that Chula MOOC is designed, it is designed as batches, which means that each course is open for enrollment on a particular scheduled date with a specified amount of seats, and the learners have 2 months to complete the course. Along with the community that are offered as Facebook groups, we can see that this is similar to how a physical course is offered, or it mimics how a physical course is offered. So the seats capacity ranges. For example, the first set of course started at 500, but has to increase to 1,000, 2,000, or 3,500 seats due to popular demands. And the courses on here are quite popular. Many courses reach their maximum capacity in only a few hours. For example, Introduction to English to only 2 hours, Introduction to Data Analytics to 5 hours. And it was offered 5 times, and that was sold in all batches that were offered. So for this particular project, I looked into the data from Introduction to Data Analytics. It was offered 5 times with a different number of capacities. So totaling 20,000 enrollments. I was interested in seeing the learner behavior of the repeated learners. So for this data, what we used to analyze was the learner's ID, the badge ID, which are the unique course ID, the badge ID, the pre-test of each user, the post-test of each user. Total score for each test was 15, and the progress, which is the percentage of material that in the course was utilized at the end of each course for each user. So the first question is how many repeated users there are. From 20,000 enrollments, there are 18,000 unique learners ID, which means that there are almost 2,000 repeated. But as we can see the breakdown here, 1,300 users enrolled twice, 200 users enrolled 3 times, 29 users enrolled 4 times, and 5 users enrolled 5 times. So the first question that I asked was that, do repeated learners make more progress second time around? So we looked at all the people who repeated from the first and the second time that they enrolled, and found that 78% of active repeated learners who did not make sufficient progress, which is 80% for this particular course. And the first time, they improved the second time around, which is encouraging to offer the same course to people who didn't really work on or do much for the first time. They might actually improve, because we can see the majority of them improved. The second question I asked was, do repeated learners do better at pre and post tests? Looking at the same group of learners, we didn't see anything interesting. So I instead look at the people who repeated really multiple times. So we looked at the 34 people who repeated the course more than 4 times. And as we can see here, each row is the data for each learner. And this is the pre-test score of different batches that they enrolled in, the post-test scores. If we don't see anything, that means they didn't really do those tests. So to the first learner, we can see that this person took the courses multiple times and the scores go up and down, didn't have a lot of trends. But the second person, this person didn't do anything the first few times that they enrolled in it, but the first time that they did something, this person completed the course with higher post-test score and even higher post-test score the second time that they repeated the course. So this is one type of behavior that we see. We also see that some users also didn't do anything for the first few times, but when they start doing something, they finish the course with full scores. So we can see this encouraging trend that for the MOOC courses, some learner might register and not start or accomplish the course even multiple times, but when the time is right for them and things are going in the direction that they actually accomplish the course. So for this work, I introduced you to Chula MOOC, which is an online platform for lifelong learning in Thailand. It has high completion rates, and I was trying to analyze the repeated learners' behaviors, and we see encouraging trends that we should encourage people to repeat even though they haven't done much the first time or the first few times that they registered. And for future work, we'll analyze more on the finer grained data to see behaviors that can use to redesign or promote higher success rates to help with lifelong learning of the public users of Thailand. Interesting results from previous works, such as Facebook group activity can encourage other Facebook group to Facebook people, such as when someone posts a certificate, then other people start learning, start going in to learn more on their own. So this will be something that we will be looking into. Thank you.
Hi, I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, and I'm happy to take questions.
Now we have time for questions from the floor. Anyone who would like to raise a question, you can use the Zoom chat or you can just speak directly. Do we have any questions for Dr. Pongnumkul? If you would like to
So-
ask a question, you can just speak directly, unmute yourself. Okay, we have one from OM Lu. So is there any data on foreign students?
Okay, thank you for the question. The courses mainly target Thai students as they were conducted in Thai. So as I believe there are a lot of courses that are conducted in English online. So this particular platform, at least at this stage, is conducted all in Thai, so that the people who have a little bit of difficulty with the language can access the material and learn in the language that they are comfortable with. But we do have data that they are accessed from multiple places on the globe. Like there are a few users that access from like the United States, or some from Singapore. These data are from Google Analytics, but we haven't delved into who these people actually are.
Thank you for your answer. We still got a couple of minutes for some questions from the floor. If you would like to ask any questions, you can just voice out or just type in the Zoom chat. We have one from Vincent. Have you experimented with, or would you recommend strategies to encourage students to repeat courses in order to achieve a higher grade?
This is our final goal to improve higher success rates for students. And at this stage of research, we are interested in repeated learners. We got encouraging data that repeated learners can accomplish more, even if the first few times that they didn't accomplish. So the next step, we'll look into interventions for what can help these repeated learners to encourage to achieve more. For example, like we can see that Facebook groups can be useful, like interactions in Facebook groups can be useful. So that might be some interventions that we could do, like the TAs and the instructors might help with that, those two. Thank you.